write in the box. Yes. Am I audible to you? A very good morning to all of you. Okay. So today's topic is clinical enzymology. Enzymology means the study of enzymes. What are the definition or what are the criterias of enzymes and what is the definition of enzyme? Please write in the box. What are enzymes? Please write in the box, what are enzymes? The most important feature, chemical feature of the enzyme. Yes, that is, first is biocatalyst. Another is they are protein in nature. You all know about this. So now today we study or we will discuss about the clinical enzymology or the clinical aspect of enzymes. The whole study, that is clinical enzymology, is very important for the clinical purpose or as a or being a clinician, because we need some biochemical tests for the diagnosis of various diseases and for the treatment purpose. Yes, this is the somehow the history of the enzymology. What is clinical enzymology? Clinical enzymology is the application of enzymes in the diagnosis, prognosis, and treatment of the various diseases. You have to remember three words here. First is diagnosis, another is prognosis, and lastly, treatment. These are interrelated words: diagnosis, prognosis, and treatment of the diseases. Measurement of the activity of digestive enzymes in the body fluids as an aid to diagnosis dates back to the early from 1900. That is, amylase in urine was studied by Vogelgemuth in 1908. Then measurement of enzyme activity in serum began in 1920s and 1930s. The scientists who began the studies on alkaline phosphatase are K, King, Bodansky, and Roberts. These are the scientists. In 1955, Ladue, Roglewski, Carmen reported the rise of aspartate, that is SGOT. That is SGOT after acute myocardial infarction. From this period, a great stimulus was received in the measurement of cellular enzyme released into plasma as a consequence of tissue damage. So, we will study further the importance of SGOT or AST in diagnosis of myocardial infarction. Yes. Come to the main topic, that is plasma or serum enzymes, important in our clinical enzymology. Am I audible to all of you? Again, a very good morning to all of you. Okay. Plasma or serum enzymes. Enzymes in circulation are divided into two groups. One, very important, plasma specific or plasma functional enzymes. Another is non-plasma specific or plasma non-functional enzyme. There is a little bit difference in the name of these two. One is plasma specific, another is non-plasma specific. One is plasma functional enzyme, another is plasma non-functional enzymes. Yes, we discuss in detail that what are these plasma specific or plasma functional enzymes. Few enzymes in plasma are functionally important and they are involved in blood clotting, lipoprotein metabolism, and drug metabolisms. What are these lipoproteins? Please write in the box. What are lipoproteins? What are lipoproteins? Please write in the box. Yes. Can you see me? Yes. First is plasma specific or plasma functional enzymes. As I told you, few enzymes in plasma are functionally important. They are involved in blood clotting, lipoprotein metabolism, and drug metabolism. So, lipoproteins, combination of lipids and proteins. Like one example, please write in the box the example of lipoproteins: LDL, VLDL, HDL, etc. Then these are synthesized in liver and released into plasma. Examples are pseudocholinesterase, lipoprotein lipase, very important, ceruloplasmin, blood coagulation enzymes, and their clinical importance. These are present in higher concentration in plasma cell than cells. This is the main important point for you people. These are present in higher concentration in plasma than cells, and they are clinically significant when the serum level is decreased below the reference range. Reference range is a normal range present in the animals or human beings. So these are the plasma specific or plasma functional enzymes which are higher, which are present in higher concentration in plasma than cells. So another enzymes are non-plasma specific or plasma non-functional enzymes. Enzymes which are present in low concentration than cells in plasma. So another is non-plasma specific or plasma non-functional enzymes. These enzymes are clinically important when the serum level is increased below their reference range. So time is taking. I repeat, there are two types of enzymes. They are clinically important for the diagnosis, prognosis, and the treatment of any disease or various diseases. A plasma specific or plasma functional enzyme, they are present in higher concentration than in cells. And another is plasma non-plasma specific or plasma non-functional enzymes. They are present in low concentration in plasma than cells, and they are clinically significant when the serum level is increased above the reference ranges. What are the isoenzymes? Please write in the box what are the isoenzymes. What are the isoenzymes? Please write in the box what are the isoenzymes. Yes, isoenzymes are I think time is for uploading the slides. Time is taken. Yes, what are those isoenzymes? What are the biomarkers? My next question is, what are the biomarkers? So This is the difference between two functional plasma enzymes and non-functional plasma enzymes. As I earlier told you that in concentration in plasma, these are higher, these are lower. Then function, known function in plasma and no known functions. Then site of synthesis is liver, and their synthesis site is various organs: liver, heart, skeletal muscles, and brains. Decrease in various diseases like liver, hepatic diseases, and non-functionals are important because of increase in different organs or diseases. Here examples are clotting factors, prothrombin, lipoprotein lipase, and here examples of non-functional plasma enzymes are ALT, AST, CK means creatine kinase, LDH, alkaline phosphatase, and acid phosphatase. Yes, localization of enzymes. Enzymes are of two types. First is intracellular, which are present in the cell, and another is extracellular. These are secretory in nature. These are digestive enzymes. And another, the enzymes which are present in the metabolism are called as constitutive enzymes. First is this intracellular, lysosome, which are present in lysosome, nucleus, cytosol, mitochondria. You can see here mitochondria, this TCA cycle, fatty acid oxidation. This is called as beta oxidation of fatty acids and oxidation of pyruvates. These three processes are present in mitochondria. Likewise, in cytosol, you know, glycolysis, HMP pathway, fatty acid synthesis. These three main processes are present in cytosol or cytoplasm. Nucleus, in nucleus, you all know DNA and RNA synthesis, and in lysosome, degradation of complex macromolecules. These are the intracellular enzymes. What are the extracellular enzymes? Secretory, like alpha amylase, and enzymes of digestive tracts. These are the clinical use of enzymes. This whole class or lecture is very important for the clinical purpose, or we can say for a clinician, because this helps in the diagnosis, prognosis, and treatment of various diseases. So clinical use of enzymes we are categorized in three. First is diagnosis and prognosis of diseases, like we can say diagnostic markers, biomarkers, and laboratory analytes like enzymes, carbohydrates, some proteins, and other reagents. So second is for analytic reagents, for the purpose of analytic reagents, or enzymes used as analytic reagents. Likewise, enzymes used as therapeutic agents or for the treatment purpose for the medicinal use. So there are three categories. First is diagnosis, prognosis of disease. We can call it diagnostic markers, biomarkers, laboratory analytes. Second, used as analyte reagent. And third is therapeutic agents. Am I audible to all of you? Am I audible to all of you? Please write in the box. Presentation is clear to all of you? PPT? Okay. So we can divide the whole application of enzymes into three parts. First is as diagnostic markers or biomarkers or laboratory analytes. Second is analytic reagents, and third is therapeutic agents, or we can say medicinal use. Enzymes in diagnosis and prognosis, or we can say as a biomarker or diagnostic markers or laboratory analytes. Which enzymes are important for the diagnosis or prognosis purpose? Please write in the box. With the understanding of these plasma specific and non-plasma specific enzymes. No. Here you have to remember estimation of the activity of non-plasma specific or plasma non-functional enzyme is very important for the Now it is clear to all of you. This slide is not. Non-plasma specific or plasma non-functional enzymes are important for the diagnostic purpose. Am I audible to you? Yes? Clinical significance of enzyme estimation. Single or serial assay, it may be single or serial of serum activity of selected enzymes, which helps in making the diagnosis or differential diagnosis between two diseases or early detection of a disease. It is an important point. Although these are important in diagnosis of disease, differential diagnosis, and early detection of a disease, helps in ascertaining prognosis of a disease, helps in ascertaining the response to drugs in a disease, or we can say for deciding the line of treatment. It is very important. Also help in ascertaining the time course of disease. So there are 4 points. First is differential diagnosis or early detection. Second is for prognosis. Third is response to drugs, or we can say line of treatment. And third, for lastly, this is time course of disease. Enzymes as diagnostic markers, as I earlier told you, these are called as biomarkers, laboratory analytes, or diagnostic markers. Tissue damage or necrosis results or resulting from injury or disease is generally accompanied by increased level of various non-functional plasma enzymes. Always remember, these are non-functional plasma enzymes, or we can say, as I earlier told you, these are non-plasma specific or plasma non-functional enzymes. So this indicates the increase in the levels of that plasma, non-plasma specific or non-functional plasma enzymes. By two ways, their concentration is increased. First is increased release and another is impaired disposition. First is increased release. This is by necrosis of cell, increased permeability of cell without gross cellular damage. And third one is increased production of enzyme within the cell, resulting in increase in the serum by overflow. Lastly, increase in tissue source of enzymes as in malignancy or in cancer. So there are 4 ways for increased release. First is necrosis, second is increased production, third is increased permeability, fourth is increased in tissue source of enzymes like in malignancy and cancer. Second, which imparts an increased level of that non-functional plasma enzymes, are impaired disposition by increased level in obstructive jaundice or increased level in renal failure or kidney diseases. Decreased serum levels of non-functional, or we can say, functional plasma enzymes or plasma specifics due to a decreased formation, which may be genetic or acquired, or maybe enzyme inhibition or by lack of cofactors. 3 reasons are there. First is decreased formation, which may be genetic or acquired, or enzyme inhibition, and third is lack of cofactors. This is a diagram which shows the possible mechanisms responsible for increased serum levels of these plasma, non-functional plasma enzymes. These are the capillaries, increased plasma levels of intracellular enzymes due to cell damage. Here, normal cell turnover, normal cells, and here this cell necrosis as a result of disease or trauma or cancer, they release in more amount. So increased plasma levels of intracellular enzymes due to cell damage. These are the possible mechanisms responsible for increased serum levels of enzymes. Now it is clear to all of you how they are increased. What are the possible mechanisms? responsible for increased serum levels of enzymes. This is cell necrosis as a result of cancer, and in this way increased plasma level of intracellular enzymes due to cell damage. Okay, now we go for the next slide, which is very important for your objective question answers or MCQs and fill in the blanks. This slide is very important. Please remember, students, please remember this slide or this whole enzymes as diagnostic markers are very important for your MCQs and fill in the blanks for your internal as well as external final examinations. So these are some enzymes which are elevated, serum enzymes elevated, and this disease, in which disease they are increased. First is amylase in acute pancreatitis. Second is, you all know, serum glutamate pyruvate transaminase. This is called as SGPT. Please write the another name of this SGPT in the box. Please write the another name of this SGPT in the box. Am I audible to all of you? Do you hear me? What is the another name of this SGPT? What is the another name of this SGPT? Please write in the box. SGPT. What is the other name of this SGPT? Yes. SGPT is also called as ALT, and this SGOT is also called as AST. You all know. These are very important for the liver function test. These enzymes are, both enzymes are very important for liver function test. So amylase is important, is increased level is useful for diagnosis of acute pancreatitis, and SGPT for liver disease, that is called as hepatitis, SGOT for heart attacks like myocardial infarctions or acute myocardial infarction. We will discuss it later in detail. Then alkaline phosphatase, that is called as ALP, it is increased in rickets, obstructive jaundice, and ACP, acid phosphatase, which is increased in cancer of prostate gland, or we can say prostate carcinoma. Then LDH, very important enzyme, which is involved in various diseases. Lactate dehydrogenase, LDH. It is important in heart attacks, myocardial infarctions, liver diseases, and many other diseases. Creatine phosphokinase or CPK, or we can call it creatine kinase CK. It is important in myocardial infarction. It is an early marker. Please remember, this enzyme is early marker of myocardial infarction. It is very important point here. This enzyme is important because this is the early marker or earliest marker of myocardial infarction. Next is aldolase, which is very important in muscular diseases, 5-nucleotidase in hepatitis, and gamma glutamyl transpeptidase. This is GGT, very important in alcoholism. It is increased in persons. So here decreased level are also mentioned. First, amylase decreased in liver disease. Please remember, amylase decreased in liver diseases. As I earlier told you, these are functional enzymes. Amylase decreased in liver diseases. Likewise, pseudocholinesterase decreased in viral hepatitis, malnutrition, liver cancer, cirrhosis of liver. Next is ceruloplasmin, which is decreased in Wilson's disease, that is called as hepatolenticular degeneration, or glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase G6PD in RBCs in congenital deficiency with hemolytic anemia. It is very important, these enzymes are decreased and these are increased in various diseases. Now, am I audible to all of you? Please write in the box, what is AST? Please write in the box, AST stands for. AST stands for. Please write in the box. Again, I repeat in another way that these are the enzymes which are important in various diseases. Myocardial infarction, we will discuss in later. What is AST? AST stands for, yes, that is aspartate transaminase. ALT, ALT stands for ALT. What is ALT? ALT stands for, please add in the box. Yes. Jitendra Singh, what is ALT? Please add in the box, Jitendra Singh. Am I audible to you, Jitendra? Sujata, am I audible to you, Sujata? Sakshi, yes. Jiten, you are right. This is alanine transaminase. So alanine transaminase, AST is aspartate transaminase. You all know SG, PT, SGOT, and this is GGT, and this is 5-nucleotidase. These enzymes are increased in hepatic disease, creatine kinase, aldolase, and aspartate transaminase. These are increased in muscle diseases. Bone disease, ALP is important. In pancreatic diseases, amylase and lipase are important. And in prostate cancer, as I told you, acid phosphatase or prostate specific antigen, that is PSA, significantly elevated in prostate cancer. So, what are the isoenzymes? The multiple forms of an enzyme catalyzing the same reaction are called as isoenzymes or isoenzymes. They are different, or they differ in their physical, chemical properties like structural, electrophoretic, immunological properties, Km and V maximum values, pH optimum, relative susceptibilities to inhibitors, degree of denaturation, and very important in amino acid sequence and their composition. So isoenzymes are very important for the diagnostic biochemistry or diagnostic or analytic biochemistry. Enzymes as diagnostic markers or biomarkers or laboratory analytes, very important for the diagnosis of these diseases, or we can say enzyme estimations are helpful in the diagnosis of myocardial infarction, liver diseases, muscle diseases, bone diseases, cancers, and GI tract diseases. These are the main diseases which affects the various systems or organs of our body. So first, we will take myocardial infarction or diagnosis of myocardial infarction. It is also called as acute myocardial infarction, that is AMI. The diagnosis of acute myocardial infarction, AMI, is usually predicted on the WHO criteria by chest pain, ECG changes, and increase in biochemical markers of myocardial injury. The ECG is specific for AMI but lacks somehow sensitivity. So in contrast, biochemical markers have excellent sensitivity for diagnosing AMI. So these are very important in nature. These are biochemical markers, or you know, what are these biochemical chemical markers? Some enzymes and some non-enzymatic biomarkers, which are very important for a diagnosis of MI, which is called as myocardial infarction, or we can say AMI, acute myocardial infarction. Seed enzymes which are important in myocardial infarctions are, first is creatine phosphokinase, CK2, that is MB. I will tell you later on what is CPK2 or MB. This is the earliest marker of MI or myocardial infarction. Second is aspartate transaminase. You all know SGOT or AST. And third one is lactate dehydrogenase. Some non-enzymatic biomarkers are important for the diagnosis of MI, which is, first is cardiac troponins and another is myoglobin. Cardiac troponin, although not enzyme, but the protein cardiac troponins are highly useful for the early diagnosis of MI. Troponin 1, inhibitory element of actomycin ATPase, and troponin T, that is tropomycin binding element, are important. And the protein myoglobin is also an early marker for a diagnosis of MI, which is very important. So, first, creatine kinase or creatine phosphokinase. Second one is aspartate transaminase, AST and or SGOT. And third one is lactate dehydrogenase. And non-enzymatic biomarkers are troponin I, troponin T, and myoglobin. This is the summary of diagnostic markers used for the evolution of acute myocardial infarction, that is AMI. Myoglobin peak elevation 4 to 6 hours, and time of return in normal level 20 to 24 hours, or we can say 1 day. So within 4 to 6 hours, it is increased. Earliest marker, it is earliest marker, but this is not cardiac specific. Next is cardiac troponin, as I told you, within 1 day, earlier marker or cardiac specific, it is very important. Non-enzymatic biomarker, another is cardiac troponin T. This is relative early marker, 18 to 36 hours. Then creatine phosphokinase, 20 to 30 hours within 1 day, 20 to 48 hours return in normal level. And this is cardiac specific and early marker in angine category. Next is lactate dehydrogenase, 72 hours, aspartate transaminase within 30 to 48 hours. But it returns normal in 4 to 6 days. Here it returns to normal level within 10 to 15 days. This is not a cardiac specific enzyme. This is cardiac specific and earliest marker of this acute myocardial infarction. So, which is the earliest marker enzyme of this AMI? Please write in the box. Which is the earliest diagnostic marker, diagnostic enzyme? Which is the earliest diagnostic enzyme for myocardial infarction or AMI? Please write in the box. That is CK or CPK. Or if we talk about the non-enzymatic, so answer is myoglobin or cardiac troponin 1. Myoglobin is non-cardiac specific and cardiac troponin is cardiac specific and early marker of MI. Now it is clear to all of you the pattern of enzymes and non-enzymatic biomarkers in diagnosis of myocardial infarction. So these are the isoenzymes of CK or CPK. 3 isoenzymes are there. These are dimers composed of 2 protomers. First is M. M indicates muscles and B indicates brain. These isoenzymes can be separated by electrophoresis or by ion exchange chromatography. What is electrophoresis? What is the purpose of this electrophoresis and chromatography? Please write in the box. You have read in the practicals. Please write in the box what is electrophoresis and what is chromatography. What is the main purpose of these two processes? What is the main purpose of these two processes, electrophoresis and chromatography? Please write in the box. These are used for the separation of various proteins. The main purpose is for separation of various proteins. And enzymes are also proteins, you know. So, this is the pattern. CK1 isoenzyme, composition is BB, present in brain, elevated in CNS diseases, and electrophoretic mobility is maximum. CK2, which is very important, MB, this is myocardium or present in myocardium or heart, diagnostic marker or early marker of acute myocardial infarction. So CK2 MB, as I told earlier, this is the earliest marker of myocardial infarction, and CK3 MM or present in skeletal muscles and myocardium, electrophoretic mobility is least. Serum enzymes in liver disease. Serum enzymes test can be grouped into 2 categories. First is enzymes whose elevation in serum reflects damage to hepatocytes, like ALT, AST, and LDH5. Here, specifically, I have mentioned LDH5. Likewise, CK2MB present in or early diagnostic marker of MI. Here it is LDH5. We will study the isoenzymes of LDH later. Enzymes whose elevation in serum reflects damage to hepatocytes like ALT, AST, and LDH5. And another way, that is enzymes whose elevation in serum reflects cholestasis like alkaline phosphatase, ALP, 5-nucleotidase, and gamma glutamyl transpeptidase, that is GGT. GGT increased in, please write in the box, GGT increased in, please write in the box, GGT increased in. In viral hepatitis, rapid rise in transaminase like AST and ALT in serum occurs even before bilirubin rise is seen. So this is very important, AST and ALT. These enzymes are very important. GGT increased in alcoholic persons, alcoholism. So isoenzymes of LDH, these are the isoenzymes. These are tetramer in nature with 4 subunits, H for heart, M for muscles, H4, H3M1, H2M2, H1M3, M4. These are 5. So students, remember, please remember, LDH1 is the biomarker of MI, that is myocardial infarction, and this LDH5 is biomarker of liver diseases. LDH1, you can see here, principal tissue origin, heart and RBC, here heart and RBC, LDH2, H3M, LDH2, H2M2, brain and kidney, then LDH4, liver and skeletal muscle. Here it is important, LDH5, M4, then this is present in skeletal muscle and liver. Fastest electrophoretic mobility, it is very important. LDH1 and LDH5 are very important because LDH1, as I told you earlier, this is earliest marker of MI, not earliest, biomarker of MI, and then LDH5 is a biomarker of liver diseases. Earliest biomarker of MI is CK or CPK. If we talk about the enzymes. So likewise, this slide shows LDH1, myocardial infarction, and this is LDH2 involved in megaplastic anemia, LDH3 in various diseases, LDH4 and LDH5 is important in liver diseases. Serum enzymes in bone diseases. First is alkaline phosphatase, rises in rickets, osteomalacia, hyperparathyroidism, and various other diseases. Acid phosphatase highly increased in bony metastasis of carcinoma prostate or carcinoma of prostate gland. Isoenzymes of alkaline phosphatase, these are 6 isoenzymes: D1-ALP, D2 heat labile, then D2 heat stable, pre-EALP, and GALP. Increase in D2 heat labile ALP suggests hepatitis, whereas pre-EALP indicates bone diseases. Isoenzymes of alcohol dehydrogenases, these are 2 heterodimer isoenzymes, DE1 isoenzyme, which is present in white Americans and Europeans, and DE2, which is present in Japanese and Chinese. The isomer DE2 more rapidly converts alcohol to acetaldehyde, so accumulation of acetaldehyde is associated with tachycardia and facial flushing among Orientals, which is not commonly seen in whites. So it is believed that Japanese and Chinese have an increased susceptibility to alcohol due to the presence of this DE2 isoenzyme of ADH. Serum enzymes, which are diagnostic markers of muscle diseases like aldolase, CPK, AST. Serum enzymes in GI tract. First is amylase, you all know. Second is lipase. Enzymes which are tumor markers, serum acid phosphatase, I told you earlier, in cancer of prostate gland. The serum alkaline phosphatase, metastasis in liver, jaundice due to carcinoma, serum LDH in advanced malignancies and leukemas, then leucine aminopeptidase in liver cells carcinomas, beta glucuronidase, cancer of urinary bladder, neuron specific enolase, SE, which is present in malignancies of nervous tissue and brain. These are the enzymes which are used as analytic reagents: urease for urea, uricase uric acid, glucose oxidase for glucose, cholesterol oxidase cholesterol, lipase for triglycerides, TG neutral fats, alkaline phosphate ELISA used in ELISA, and horse radish peroxidase you all know in ELISA. What is ELISA? Please write in the box the full form of ELISA. Then you know restriction endonuclease used in recombinant DNA technology, and reverse transcriptase also in recombinant DNA technology. As a therapeutic agents, very important, you have to remember streptokinase or urokinase in acute MI, pulmonary embolism, trypsin lipase amylase in pancreatic insufficiency, asparaginase or glutaminase in acute lymphoblastic leukemias, hyaluronidase in local for enhanced local anesthesia and for early diffusion of fluids, papain anti-inflammatory, chymotrypsin painkiller, alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiencies and emphysema, and serotopeptidase for as a anti-inflammatory. These are the industrial application of enzymes. First is rennin, used in cheese preparation. You all know glucose isomerase production of high fructose syrup, alpha amylase in food industry, and protease is used for preparing the washing powder. So, main diseases are, first is heart diseases like myocardial infarction. The earliest biomarker is, please write in the box. I repeat the whole presentation. I repeat the whole presentation. These are the enzymes which are very important. First is myocardial infarction. Enzymes are CK, CPK, AST. Second is hepatic disease. You all know ALT, AST, and GGT. LDH also important. Muscle disease, CK, aldolase, and AST. Bone diseases, alkaline phosphatase. Pancreatic amylase and lipase. Prostate cancer, acid phosphatase, and prostate specific antigens. Myocardial infarction, CK, earliest marker, then liver disease, you all know, ALT, muscle disease, bone disease, which is the most important enzyme in muscles dystrophy. This is aldolase. Bone diseases, alkaline phosphatase. You see here, muscle aldolase. And cancers, various enzymes are important. GI tract disease, various enzymes like lipase and amylase are important. So, first is CK2MB in myocardial infarction, second AST, and third is LDH1. And non-enzymatic biomarkers are troponin I and troponin T. CK1, CK2, and CK3 are the isoenzymes of creatine kinase or creatine phosphokinase. Likewise, in hepatic disease or liver diseases, ALT, AST, and LDH5, and in cholestasis, alkaline phosphatase and 5-nucleotidase, GGT. GGT is important in alcoholism. Isoenzymes of LDH, there are 5 isoenzymes, H4, H3M1, H2M2, H1M3, M4. LDH1 is the biomarker of myocardial infarction, and LDH5 is the biomarker for liver diseases. These are the enzymes which are diagnostic marker of bone diseases like ALP and ACP. Isoenzymes of alkaline phosphatase are 6. D2 heat label is important. Thank you very much for listening me. Thank you so much. Have you understood the whole process? Have you understood the whole topic, that is clinical enzymology? Please write in the box. This is a very important topic for your examination purpose, mainly for MCQs and fill in the blanks. So thank you once again. Thanks a lot for hearing me.